Hello everybody and welcome to Haus. I'm Rob, and today we're going to be talking about the first anniversary for Civilization 7. I'm really excited to dive into it and what I expect that we may be getting from the Civ crew here in just a couple of weeks. As always, before we get any deeper, I'm going to ask that you guys like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel quite a bit, and it allows us to get a better idea of what type of content you guys are looking for. Let me know what your predictions are going to be for what's going to happen here in just a few days, realistically, for the first anniversary of Civilization 7. But I wanted to start by going back in time. Right in front of you, or above me somewhere here, I have the Civilization 6 Anniversary Edition. Now, this is going to feel a little bit different because I know that they are celebrating the 25th anniversary, and I'm going to get to that here in just a second, but generally speaking, when they do anniversaries, when they do anniversary editions and things like that, this is kind of what it looks like, and this is what I remember for, Civ 6 and its anniversary. Man, that was really hard to say just because I'm so used to saying Civ 7. But for their anniversary, this was almost a decade ago, and they had a commemorative coin. You were able to get the Aztec Civilization pack and digital deluxe bonus content. There was an art book. There was some custom packaging, and you obviously were able to get the game as well. And while I'm not sure if this is necessarily the route that they're going to go, there are a couple things within this that I would not be surprised to see. And the first one would be some sort of art book or, I don't know, something else relating to, the culture, if you want to call it, right? The art, the video, the music, the directions, whatever, within the anniversary announcement. And I really am, I will say this too, I'm very much anticipating they're going to do something for the anniversary. I know that they're hard at work, doing a bunch of other things on the back end, but, for the marketing team and everybody else, they still have things that they need to do. And I think that this is an important one. And whether or not you've loved, Civilization 7 from the beginning or not, I do think the direction is going in a right way. I think that they're going to give us something like this. I really fully believe there will be a new art book or something like that, maybe even a new physical edition of the game to buy with, some sort of collector's something or other. That would really not surprise me whatsoever for them to announce it. Now, whether or not it will come out on that anniversary date here, I believe it's February 11th, right? I can't say that for sure, but some sort of collection of some type is pretty much 100% something that I'm expecting and hoping for, if I'm being honest. Back to the 25th anniversary, the reason why I bring that up as well is because we're getting ready to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the Civilization franchise here this year. As I was trying to get some more information about past, anniversary editions or anything like that, this was a post that I found from Pan Jawar just a couple of years ago where they said 2026 will be the 35th anniversary of Civilization 1. And while I'm not 100% convinced that we're going to get a 35th anniversary something or other, on February 11th, it would not surprise me as well, along with the, celebration of the beginning of, Civilization 7, that the whole franchise might get something this year, whether it's a collection edition maybe to where you can get some of the old games, or I don't know, some other thing like what we just talked about where you get, the coins, then I don't know, an art book for Civ 6, or I guess it would be Civ 7 now, right? I can't say that for sure, but it feels like a really good opportunity because there's going to be a lot of eyes on them as they're celebrating this first anniversary, and as they're getting ready to push all of this new content that we're hoping and expecting for here in 2026 as well. So I wanted to bring up this post just because I thought, it was interesting, and I really do think there's a chance that we'll get something for the 35th anniversary. The last part of my prediction is that I think we're going to get something like the Tides of Power collection. Now, I know Tides of Power was kind of a, hey, we know that you guys are upset, here's a gift, and just, hold on for us as we work on these other things, or at least that's how it felt to me. And I think that that's really admirable for a company to do, because I've seen working in Pokemon and League of Legends and all these other ones where the gifts are very minimal at best. This was a really good one, and I still think that there's going to be something that's going to be revealed, you know, on the 1st that's going to be in-game content of some kind. I don't know, maybe it's a new skin for the Scout that comes free, or maybe a new map type, some sort of update of some kind with some new content. And I'm not saying like an actual like balance patch or anything like that. I still think that that could be a little bit of a ways off, but what I do know for sure is they're not just gonna say, hey, it's the 1st anniversary, that's it, right? I think that they will give us something as well as kind of a thank you gift for sticking with them, and it may be one of the last free things, because I can't imagine everything's going to continue to be free moving forward, but I do think that, you know, something free of some kind, whether it's a civ, a leader, a skin for the, you know, from the Scout, or I don't know, again, a map, something else maybe that we've been asking for, right? That wouldn't surprise me at all as something that we would be able to get here on the 1st anniversary. But as always, I want to hear what you guys have to say. You know, I'm really excited for this 1st anniversary. I've been having such an itch and have been playing the game more, a lot more recently, actually. Like, it's been, you know, a little tougher at times to play. I got a nice break over the holidays, you know, from work and a few other things. So it was nice to kind of dive back into the game and really enjoy some of the changes that have been made so far. So I'm really hopeful for the rest of this year, and I think that the 1st anniversary is a good way to kick off the year, because look, as of when I'm recording this, we have not gotten a patch yet. I don't think we're going to get one in January. I don't know that Civ is going to be releasing any weekend patches. That would be pretty out of character for them. So I really am hoping that, you know, February 11th will be a day that we will be able to kick things off, really celebrate that 1st anniversary, and they'll allow us to then move into the rest of the year and enjoy a lot more Civilization 7 content, updates, all of that stuff. So, yeah, that is going to do it here for us, though, on this one. So, from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and we hope you'll join us for one more turn.